Upgrades.
Hey, it's Jorge giving you a quick exclusive review of the new Captain America movie, Brave New World. The synopsis of this movie is Sam Wilson, the new Captain America, finds himself in the middle of an international incident and must discover the motive behind a nefarious global plan. I don't even know where to start with this movie, to be brutally honest with you. This movie was a rough one. I think Marvel has hit a new low, to say the least. You kind of go into this movie and you're not really sure where it's going to go or the direction that it's going. And you leave this movie and you still feel the same way. I think the most frustrating part is you have really good actors and just they're all used completely wrong. And I think one of the things that really hurts this movie is the storyline. I can get away, and I can, overpass some of the CGI and some of the shots that they were done, because at this point you kind of expect that from Marvel. But when you just have such a bad and cheesy story that while you're watching it, you'll be able to correctly guess 90% of the plot. You'll be able to guess the punchlines to just about every single major line that happens. It's just not original. It's not good. Going through it and just kind of seeing it, breaking it down. Some of the action scenes just didn't even, come anywhere close to some of the stuff we're used to seeing. If this is the new direction of where Marvel is going, it is worrisome, to say the least. And if you're a DC fan, you are probably ecstatic right now. Going through, Harrison Ford in this movie I thought was okay. I think what you see in the trailers is kind of what you get in total. Like it was very, very lackluster. When you go between the character of Sam Wilson and Torres, you kind of get this good cop, bad cop, not good cop, bad cop, like buddy cop type of thing. With like the new Falcon and the new Captain America. It is nowhere near what Bucky and the original Captain America were. There is definitely a lot of potential, I would say, and I look forward to seeing how they use this or how they use both these characters. I thought Danny did an amazing job, with being Taurus and just kind of being the new Falcon. He was kind of pointless in this movie, so I was glad that the few scenes that he had, he did the best with them. And he definitely put himself out there. But when you kind of start going through all the characters, like they bring in one character, her name's Ruth, and it almost feels like a disjustice to a previous character that they had. Kind of bringing her in here and making her such a pivotal point in this movie per se. But this movie's just weird. Like, I would say the CGI behind me is better than half this movie, and this isn't even that good. I am very perplexed with what Marvel is doing and how they're doing it. Even the cameos that showed up in this movie aren't enough to make this worthwhile. The end credit scene, you could sleep on it. Like it's not it's not anything worth it. And then when you look at, like, when you just look at the whole point of, like, this movie got pushed back, they had reshoots, and some of the cinematography in this movie was just sloppy. Like, there are scenes where the camera is misfocused, where you kind of see 3/4 of somebody that's in, like, supposed to be fully crystal clear, and the bottom half of there is completely just kind of fuzzy. Like, it was just, it was poorly done. And I find it frustrating because this was one that I had high hopes for. I had high hopes for, you know, having a new Falcon, having a Hispanic man playing, you know, a new Falcon. Kind of, in a weird way, it's almost like this was, and not saying it's going to be it, but it's like this was almost like our Blue Beetle, you know, like having a strong Latin man that's able to portray a superhero. And, you know, they kind of screwed the pooch on that one a little bit. It's funny because throughout the movie we were kind of joking around and saying how, you know, this guy, I bet you they'll figure out some way of making this like Neymar's like cousin or something, or having him related to Neymar. But you kind of go through this movie and I'm literally trying to think of something good and positive that I can say about it, and I can't. Like, there's nothing in this movie that was worthwhile. I was very disappointed in this one and the way that it went. I would say overall, if I had to rate this from 1 to 10, I mean, I guess I would give it a 2 out of 10. You know, like, when it comes out on like Disney Plus, maybe watch it. Maybe, like, this just wasn't good. This felt like a very bad episode of a Disney Plus show. Like, I don't know what Marvel was doing. Like, I'm still scratching my head. I'm still kind of in disbelief of how much this movie was fumbled. But yeah, but let me know what you guys think about it. Let me know if you guys are planning on seeing this. If you do see it, you know, what are your thoughts? I will say we did get to see it in IMAX, and that was nice. You know, you get to see it in a super big screen. If the cinematography was a little bit better, I would say maybe. Music was okay. Sound effects were okay. Like, this movie was mediocre. And I can't figure out a nice way of saying it other than that. So yeah, 2 out of 10. Let me know if you watched it. Let me know if you liked it. Let me know what you thought of this, because Brave New World, this was not, or what's it called? Brave New World. Yeah, this was not. This was old, repeated, and not good. So maybe, you know, the next Marvel movie, whenever it comes out, goes back to, you know, the old glory days. But if this is kind of what's kicking off 2025, I am looking that much forward to watching Superman when it comes out this summer. But as always, this is Jorge, and we'll see you next time. Peace.